Hello, my name is Dario Romero, and I'm an attorney here in Tempe, Arizona. And in this video, we'll be talking about mental evaluations for the purposes of immigration cases. I'm here with Carla Parola from 7 Centers Counseling, and we will be talking about all these things that are important for your case. So, an overview of what we're going to talk about, we're going to see why you need a mental evaluation. 2, what to expect once you go to a mental evaluation. 3, we're going to give you tips on how to answer questions. And 4, and also just tips in general, how to reduce your anxiety and stress at home. So the question is, why do you need a mental evaluation? Well, this is for the purposes of helping your immigration case. And it depends what type of case you have. You might have a waiver that you need to get approved. You might have a VAWA case where you've been the victim of a crime, or you have a court case in front of an immigration judge. So depending on what case you have, your attorney will have a different strategy, and also the medical providers that have different questions that they'll ask you depending on the case. So is it necessary? Again, that depends on the strategy of your attorney, because sometimes it's not necessary when there is a person that has like extreme medical conditions. But majority of the cases, I usually recommend the mental evaluation. For example, someone to go with Carla Parola, and we'll basically do a report of everything of how the person has been affected, depending on the case. Okay, so let's talk about what to expect when you go to a mental evaluation. So Carla, let's say that someone goes to your office, they're there for mental evaluation. So what happens next?
Yeah, so we'll meet for the evaluation. I'll do a clinical interview to assess like the mental functioning of the person. I will also administer clinical scales to measure PTSD, anxiety, and depression. So then I will do a report that will send it to you and the lawyer, where I will evaluate the psychological damage that you will have suffered or you will suffer, as well as the psychological functioning of the person.
And can you give an estimate what's the average cost of this type of evaluation? And I always like to provide an average just so clients know what to expect, because I do not want them to be taken advantage of with a very high cost or when something is very low, just for them to ask more questions. So what's the average cost for a mental evaluation report?
Yeah, it's around $525 to $800 usually.
Okay. All right. So what are some tips that you give so people can answer questions when they go to your to do a mental evaluation?
Yeah, so I recommend for people to open up as much as possible, to express their feelings, so that the person can understand the psychological damage that they're going through. And even if it's hard for them to do that they try to do that as much as possible, and for them to know that they're dealing with a professional that can understand them, and that all the information that they share is confidential and protected by law.
And that's a good thing. Like dealing with a professional, you guys know how to ask the right type of question, also pick up on body language. It's also important for to know that obviously you're getting a mental evaluation and you're discussing something that's not favorable or something traumatic that's happened in the past. So sometimes the medical provider might be one of the first persons that you're talking about it. So just know that, and if there's something that you're concerned about, share it to your medical professional, share it with your attorney. That's why it's important to have a game plan, because there's some things that might not matter and there are other things that might. So just be open, transparent, and that will help your case. Okay, so I know that a lot of people suffer anxiety and stress due to an immigration case. What are some things that people can do at home that will help reduce that?
Yeah, so I recommend a lot of breathing exercise. That helps a lot. I also recommend physical exercise, sleep hygiene, and also good nutrition helps a lot. These are some of the tips I give to my clients. Also, guided visualizations can also help.
Yeah, for me, I think I do a lot of stretching in the morning with breathing. I think that helps me reduce the stress before I start my day. But just creating better habits, again, going to the gym or taking a hot bath to help reduce. There's a lot of information online that a person can do to reduce stress and anxiety. Okay, so we hope that this video was informative. I'm here in Tempe, Arizona, and I take cases here in Arizona. Carla Parola also takes cases here in Arizona, and also the whole country. Is that correct?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So how does that work if someone wants to hire you and they live in another state?
Yes, so we'll connect through a video call, and we'll send you the link, and all the information is confidential and protected by HIPAA.
And then you also speak Spanish, correct?
Yes, I speak English and Spanish.
All right. Well, thank you guys. I hope you have a nice day and take care.
Thank you. Have a good day. Thank you again.